everyone, this is the Eccentric Stylist, and today I'm going to be talking about why I'm setting my game in a more utopian society. So, over the past year, I played a lot of video games set in futuristic societies, like Gemini Rue and Techno Babylon. In case you haven't checked them out, highly recommend. They were amazing games with awesome storylines. These games were set in more cyberpunk futures, but one thing I did notice is that they all had more of a dystopian vibe to it. So it got me wondering, what if we look into the other side? How would the future look if we actually solved a lot of the problems that we are currently facing? One thing that I like to believe is that the future is actually better than we expect. The reason why I say this is because the first step to solving any problem is awareness. With the internet, a lot of people have become much more aware of the problems that we're currently facing in our society. And thanks to this, a lot of people are also working towards solutions to lead to a better society in the future. At this time, I did not really know many terms related to more utopian societies, apart from the word utopia. That's when I actually ran across the Solarpunk movement. And personally, I did feel like it resonated with what my game was going for. The reason why I say this is because Solarpunk not only entails a utopian society on a more community or wider level, but it also emphasizes the individual. In the game, everyone born in Solarvale steps up when the city is in trouble. Everyone has a place in this society, no matter what their skills are. The main character uses her engineering skills to solve puzzles across the city and bring us closer to who the Vandal is. There is an emphasis on helping each other out and building a larger community in general. So there are a couple of puzzles where the player does take things from the community garden, but she does place things back in return for other citizens of Solarvale to enjoy. As before, there's also the individual aspect to consider. So even though the game is set in a utopian society, a lot of the citizens actually do give in to perfectionism, which is kind of revealed as the story goes on. The people realize that it is okay to recognize your flaws, talk about them, and then work on improving them. It is also important to recognize your strengths, be proud of them, and use and act upon them when necessary. Another aspect I wanted to include in the game is to actually acknowledge feelings and be honest with oneself. And the reason why I wanted to include this in the game is because in order for a society to be happy, the individuals must be happy as well. So when people talk about their feelings and their thoughts to other people, they are becoming vulnerable, which in turn creates a space for other people to become vulnerable to them, in turn just creating a healthier society all around. It's hard to bring these things about in a storyline, so I really hope that I can execute this well and hopefully get my message across in a way that a lot of people can resonate with. One thing that I found interesting was that in my game dev journey, it felt like I was not only impacting the theme of this game, but the theme of the game was also impacting me. So I guess this is a situation where art imitates life and life imitates art. So on a personal level, I'm trying to become more aware of how to make a positive impact on the planet. So I guess as one example, instead of donating my old clothes, I am actually selling them because roughly 85% of textiles actually do go to landfills. But I also do feel that a lot of my clothes are in excellent condition, so I am hoping to give them a second life to someone who would wear it guaranteed. That's kind of the gist of why I'm creating a game that's set in a more utopian society and how I'm going about implementing it. And yeah, thank you so much for sticking around and hope to see you soon!